Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all, and this is another hip hop video. This time, I'm gonna talk with y'all about record labels. Both of these record labels are both record labels based in the Dirty South. Both of these record labels are record labels based in New Orleans, Louisiana. The two record labels the two record labels that I'm gonna discuss with y'all about today is No Limit versus Cash Money Records. Which label was more influential in hip hop? No Limit Records versus Cash Money Records. Let's have a discussion about this. Chat with me, engage with me. Drop me a comment in the comment section. Which label do you feel was more influential? I'm gonna give you my answer. Yes, I'm gonna give you my answer. The label that I feel that was more influential for hip hop, especially like when it came down to the South. I mean, this is like back in the 90s. Like mumble rap was not even invented at the time, but the South did have like a very unique sound back in the 90s. I feel No Limit Records was more influential in hip hop back then. Like Master P. Yeah, like Master P with him being the boss, with him being the CEO, and then the artists that he signed, Mystical, Silk the Shocker. He even signed Snoop Dogg, and you see at that time, like when Master P signed Snoop Dogg, he had left Death Row, like he was signed to Suge Knight's label Death Row, and then he ended up signing to Master P's label No Limit. So yeah, I mean, like No Limit, it seems like back then, back in the 90s, it seems like No Limit Records was definitely the shit. But I mean, Cash Money, they had talent too. I mean, Lil Wayne, Juvenile, like, and some other members have formed the rap group called the Hot Boys. And you see No Limit, there was a movie that they had did, a movie that was like written by Master P that starred Soak the Shocker. They did a movie called The Hot Boys, and the movie is actually a pretty good movie. I actually like the movie. I feel that the movie is actually a classic. But yo, in my opinion, I feel that No Limit was definitely more influential for hip hop. I mean, when it comes down to like a rapper like Mystical, like and then when it comes down to a rapper like Little Wayne, I'm pretty sure like Little Wayne, he looks up to Mystical as one of his influences, and probably even Silk the Shocker. Yeah, like Mystical and Silk the Shocker, C Murder, like they all from New Orleans, Louisiana. You know what I mean? But you see Snoop Dogg, yeah, he's not from New Orleans, Louisiana. He from Long Beach. Like he ended up leaving Death Row Records and ended up signing to No Limit Records, which No Limit, even to this day, like No Limit Records is like a southern record label, but even to this day, I mean, I'm pretty sure they still be signing talented artists because there was an interview where Master P where he had spoke about saying that like that he had the opportunity to sign Eminem to No Limit. I feel that Eminem would have been a pretty dope fit for No Limit. I feel that Eminem, like as a white rapper, I feel that Eminem would have fit in. Like if Master P would have signed Eminem to No Limit, and while Snoop Dogg was up there, like Eminem and Snoop Dogg would have been label mates. But yeah, like No Limit, I feel was definitely a record label that was definitely more influential in hip hop back in the 90s. See, this is like hip hop in the dirty South back in the 90s. Like mumble rap is not even like a thing back then. And around this time, when it came down to hip hop, it seemed like with hip hop, it seems like the North had like issues with the South. They had issues with hip hop in the South. They had issues with hip hop in the dirty South. But I mean, back in the 90s, I feel the South had a very unique sound. See, that like back in the 90s is when it came down to hip hop in the South. Back in the 90s was when it was roll, but you see now you got all this mumbled rap stuff. I mean, I'm not even dissing mumbled rappers. I'm not even dissing mumbled rap. But when it comes down to mumbled rap, it's not for me. Mumbled rap is not for me at all. But I'm not even dissing mumbled rappers. I'm not dissing Little Yachty. I'm not dissing Little Pump. But them two, yeah, Little Yachty and Little Pump are not the rappers for me to listen to. But yeah. And when it comes down to No Limit, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of No Limit. I'm a huge fan of Mystical, and I'm a huge fan of Snoop Dogg. I mean, I never really got into like Master P's stuff, and I never really got into much of Soak the Shocker stuff. But Mystical and Snoop Dogg, both of them guys is legends. And that's another thing about No Limit too. No Limit, they said that like with Master P, like with him wanting to like speed everything up, there were times where like the artist, because Mystical has stated in one of his interviews that he did on Vlad TV that there was one of those projects. I don't know if it was Ghetto Fabulous, but it was one of those projects where he pretty much like had to rush something, where he pretty much like had to rush some things because Master P was on a time limit. But yeah, I mean, Cash Money Records, Cash Money is another dope label. I mean, Lil Wayne, that's the label that Lil Wayne was signed to in the beginning of his career. Like, him and Birdman had like a father-son relationship. And I think like Bow Wow also had like a deal with Cash Money, but I know like Lil Wayne, Juvenile, BG, Manny Fresh, yeah, like all them guys. And that's another thing too, like Birdman and Manny Fresh, like they formed a duo too called Big Timers. Yeah, like yeah, see, but compared to No Limit, I feel that No Limit is more influential in hip hop. Yeah, like Master P, Mystical, Snoop Dogg, Soak the Shocker, C Murder. In my opinion, they're more influential. But yeah, let's have a discussion about this. Chat with me, engage with me. Which record label do you feel was more influential in hip hop in the Dirty South, based in New Orleans, Louisiana? No Limit versus Cash Money. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. Love y'all.